Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 20. Check 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 24.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And it's complete to Kelsey. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins, 46 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 17, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Now it's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The first down carry here for Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Let's go. Check.
Again, it's Watson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. He's going to look deep end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Watch 10. Come on. Watch 10.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And got his man complete. 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's got Fuller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Huge play for the defense. What a turn of events. They get the fumble return for a touchdown, the last play of the first half.
And how about the defense providing a score, amping up not just themselves, but the entire team as they head into the locker room.
And does that change the locker room speech at half?
There shouldn't be much of a speech necessary now. They've got things going their way.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the...
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Justin Reed. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 3-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
54. Let's go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Miller. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lamar Miller, the 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 81 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
He's cracked.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Hey, 59. Check 25.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Watson. And it is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 40 yards. And the Texans push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 55. Check hot route. Hot.
Back to throw, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, Johnson. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Alert. 56. Mike, 56. 56. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 59. Let's go.
Watson. And he's got Miller. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. 47
On 2nd down now. It's Miller, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Check 3. 59. I got all. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Bandit.
Now Watson on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darren Lee picks it. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Give me that 57. Give me that ball. Yellow. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there, Mahomes to Watkins. 43 yards.
Hey, 43, 15.
Operating for the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Motion out of backfield. Alert. 56. Mike, 54. 56.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Miller. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Still's the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get it together, defense.
Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Watson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.